Imagine a galaxy where the line between peace and annihilation is drawn in plasma fire and political deceit. You are part of the Iron Fleet, humanity's last line of defense against an alien hegemony that views us as little more than pests to be exterminated. But now, a new threat has emerged, one that forces you to hold your fire even as the enemy closes in, testing the very limits of discipline, trust, and survival. Welcome to Check Fire, the 5th explosive installment in Daniel Gibbs' The Iron Fleet series. If you love high-stakes military sci-fi, tactical fleet engagements, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching an outnumbered human fleet punch above its weight through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in space opera, blending the visceral terror of being outmatched with the unapologetic joy of proving everyone wrong. The narrative kicks off with the Iron Fleet facing a diplomatic crisis that threatens to spiral into all-out war, only to discover that the real enemy is lurking in the shadows, manipulating both sides for their own gain. The atmosphere is thick with the tension of encrypted comms, the hum of ships on high alert, and the creeping dread of knowing that every diplomatic gesture could be a prelude to annihilation. Gibbs excels at capturing the psychological toll of command under siege, making every decoded message, every narrow escape, and every strategic gamble feel like a high-stakes move in a game where the board is constantly changing. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular restrained warfare trope and the brilliant tactical adaptation dynamic. This isn't just about shooting lasers, it's about navigating a web of deceit, outmaneuvering rivals who have superior resources, and using human ingenuity to turn a disadvantage into a weapon. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer the enemy's plan, forge uneasy alliances with former enemies, and completely shock arrogant Imperial commanders with humanity's stubborn refusal to quit is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the space combat to life, making the roar of plasma cannons, the shudder of impact, and the frantic chatter of the bridge crew feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular explosions and the sci-fi mechanics, the soul of the Iron Fleet lies in its characters and the heavy burden of trust. The protagonist isn't just a soldier. They are a deeply human individual struggling with the moral weight of leadership when the foundation of their command has been shaken. The emotional anchor of the story is the fierce, unbreakable bond between the remaining loyal crew members, a found family bound by shared trauma and a commitment to seeing the mission through. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations in the mess hall feel just as impactful as the explosive sector-wide battles. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. The enemy launches a massive, coordinated strike to crush the resistance once and for all, forcing the protagonist into a desperate, high-stakes confrontation. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming firepower, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonist must use every hidden trick, every overloaded reactor, and every ounce of their combined experience to break the enemy's formation and expose the truth. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, paradigm-shifting victory that proves humanity's greatest weapon isn't its technology, it's its resilience in the face of deception. Checkfire is a triumph of the military space opera genre. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically epic. Daniel Gibbs has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog rising to the top. Plug in your headphones, check your sensors, and join the crew. The galaxy is vast and dangerous, but they're here to stay.